Today in the Slumber Yard, we're going to be talking about how the Owl Natural Latex Hybrid from Nest Bedding compares to the Finch Natural. So these are two more ethically sourced latex foam options that should appeal to any green thumbs out there. And they're basically comprised of more sustainably sourced materials than your average bed in a box. So we're going to talk about that and a lot more in this video, starting with the policies these two beds are backed by. Then we'll delve into their differences in construction and also where they stack up in terms of design, how that in turn affects their overall feel and firmness levels. Of course, we'll talk about the pricing of each one, and at the very end, I'll even try to sum things up with a nice final verdict for you, so stick around. If you didn't know already, my name is JD. Over here at the Slumber Yard, we review all things online mattresses to help you guys out with your online mattress search. So if you like the sound of that and you like the work that we do over here, drop a like on this video and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for a lot more helpful stuff. Hit the description box if you need any more information regarding these two online mattresses or any others within the online space. But now, let's review the Owl and see how it compares to the Finch.
At the Slumber Yard, you know we work real hard to find the right bed for you and save you money on it.
Okay, so for starters, I do want to mention that we did receive both of these options from Nest for free from the brand to review, so we could test them out over here and tell you guys all about them. But if you decide to order them online for yourself, you should be getting the following policies, starting with completely free bed-in-a-box shipping, where the mattresses will arrive at your door inside of a big box that's only 4 feet tall. All you got to do is just, drag those boxes into your home and rip off all the cardboard and plastic packaging, and then you're going to have a brand new bed-in-a-box mattress that will expand right before your eyes. Now, since these are burlier latex foam beds that can be kind of difficult to move by yourself, you might want a friend to help you out with the whole unboxing, and just know that they might look a little bit misshapen and maybe even smell right out of the box, but that's completely normal. They just probably need a little bit of time to off gas and fully inflate to their true form. But once they're in your possession, you get plenty of time to test them out at home for yourself. These beds are backed by 365 night trial periods, which is great to have an entire year to test them out with your own sleep setup to see if they're right for you. That's great. Now, if within that time frame you find that these beds aren't exactly cutting the mustard for you, that's totally fine. You can get completely free returns with both, but hopefully you do enjoy these natural and organic options from Nest. If so, they're backed by lifetime warranties, which is great to have in a mattress. And both are actually backed by something called the Lifetime Renewal Exchange Program. That's something that's pretty proprietary and special to Nest Bedding as a brand, and it basically means that the top comfort foam layers of these beds are removable, and you can actually receive a replacement foam for that top comfort foam at one point in the bed's lifespan before or after the trial period. We think this will dramatically increase the overall lifespan of these two mattresses for you, and that's a great thing to have. So we'll try to link more information about that program that Nest offers down below in the description box, in addition to all this other policy information. Also, these two beds are made right here in the USA. If you care about getting American sourced products, that box is pretty much checked for you. But now let's move into the general construction elements that apply to the Owl and Finch. They're pretty similar with a major distinction. Like I mentioned, these are natural and organic products that are entirely comprised of ethically sourced materials. They feature natural latex foam for comfort, in addition to some organic cotton and wool for extra comfort. But the main thing that they're going to differ on in terms of design is their support system. So what exactly is going on the bottom of either mattress? Well, the Finch Natural, which is the one sitting right behind me, is an all latex foam mattress. So it's entirely comprised of various latex foam layers and uses a support core of latex foam. Since it is an all foam mattress, it's naturally going to be most supportive for medium and petite sized individuals. If you're a heavier person, you might want to look into a hybrid bed that uses coils on the bottom for support, because it'll probably not degrade on you as fast as something like an all foam bed will for heavier people. And lucky for you, the Owl Natural Latex Hybrid has those support coils on the bottom. So this is naturally going to be the more supportive option for all body types, including much heavier people. So even though they're a little bit different design wise, they're both going to share the exact same type of latex foam feel. Since they use that latex foam on the top, they're going to both feel really bouncy, responsive, springy, and almost like spongy, for lack of a better term. We often liken the feel of latex foam beds to be pretty much the opposite of something like a memory foam. So rather than sinking into the bed and getting a body conforming sensation, you're going to be sleeping on top of these beds with little to no sink in, but it's still probably going to feel pretty accommodating to the average sleeper out there. I am personally a pretty big fan of latex foam beds. I think they're just really comfortable at the end of the day. In terms of firmness, this is another main difference between the Owl and the Finch. The Finch is available in 2 firmness levels. I believe they have a medium and a firm option. The medium does skew a little bit softer. On our scale, we place it right in between that and a proper medium soft, so it should be a really pressure relieving option for most side sleepers out there and even combination sleepers. So we'd naturally suggest most sleeper types out there go with the firm version of the Finch Natural, just because, all beds will soften up over time, so you almost want to start out a little bit firmer than that medium and have it come down to that proper medium as you use it. Now the Owl is available in 3 different firmness levels. You've got a plush, a medium, and a firm. The medium is indeed right around a proper medium. That's the one that we have over here. It will probably work for all sleeper types, backside, stomach, and combination. Firmness is a really subjective thing though that usually depends on how much you weigh, and it really varies on a case-by-case basis. So if you do want a softer option or a firmer one, you've got those to choose from with the Owl. But you've also got some other options firmness-wise to consider with the entire Nest lineup. They also have the Sparrow Signature Hybrid, which is a super accommodating option. It's also available in 3 firmness levels. They've got the Raven Flippable Hybrid, so you have 2 different firmness levels to try out in one bed there. And they also have the Quail Love and Sleep, which for an all-foam bed is also available in 2 firmness options. So you've got tons of firmness choices with the entire Nest lineup to choose from. We'll try to have more information regarding all those other options from Nest down below in the description box, but now it's time to cover some elements for couples to consider. In terms of edge support, motion isolation, and temperature regulation, which option is going to perform better? In regards to edge support, I think the Owl will likely perform a little bit better in this category since it uses those coils along the edges. It's probably going to provide you with a sturdy edge and no real roll-off sensation. The Finch should be fine in terms of edge support, just not as sturdy as the Owl. But one thing about the Finch is that it will probably deaden a little bit more cross-mattress movement than the Owl. Since the Finch is entirely comprised of foam, it should do a pretty good job at deadening movement. It's not going to be as deadening as something like a dense memory foam option, but still pretty dang good in this regard. In terms of temperature regulation, a lot of brands, Nest included, like to advertise that their beds sleep especially cool, and there's a bunch of cooling features in these mattresses. We would say that the Owl and Finch pretty much perform temperature neutral across the board. I don't think they're actively going to be cooling you down, nor excessively warming up on you either. They're both pretty much right in that sweet spot, right at temperature neutral, which is great to have. Now, some X factors for the Owl and the Finch beds. As I've stated, these are natural and organic options, but they're actually backed by a ton of ecological certifications that we'll try to link down below in the description box. They both use natural latex foam on top, and all of the wool and cotton used within both beds is also certified organic, which is nice to have. One thing about the Owl that I want to mention is that it's available in a split California King firmness choice, so you can actually take that top latex foam and split it right down the middle. If you sleep with a partner who maybe entirely disagrees on the firmness that you prefer, you can essentially divide it and tailor which side is going to be best for you and your partner. So a split firmness option in mattresses is always nice to have. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but that leads me nicely into our pricing section, how much you're going to be spending up for these more ethically sourced beds, the Owl and the Finch. Right up top here, I want to mention that these are going to be pretty pricey, and mattress pricing within this space fluctuates, so it could be a little bit different as of when you're watching this video, but both are pretty much in the same neighborhood in terms of overall pricing. The queen sizes usually retail for right around the $23.50 mark, but after discount, which you should be able to locate in the description box of this video, I think you should expect to pay right around $2,000 even. So that's for the queen size pricing. And again, it could change in the future. Check the description box to see whatever's current. If you do decide to use those discounts in our descriptions, it goes a long way in supporting our channel. And we really do appreciate that support from you guys, but that's pretty much going to sum it up for our updated thoughts on the Finch and Owl beds from Nest Bedding. Let's give you a short and sweet final verdict. Look into the Finch Natural if you want an all latex foam bed available in 2 firmness levels with a predominant latex foam feel. And then check out the Owl if you want the more supportive hybrid version of the bed that's available in 3 firmness levels with a split firmness king size option. And hey, if you like the sound of that lifetime renewal exchange program, you can't go wrong either way here, but let us know your thoughts. Which route would you go? Would you go with the Finch or the Owl? Write us down below in the comments. We would love to know from you. If we maybe made your decision between these 2 mattresses a little bit more easier for you, hit the like button and subscribe to the Slumber Yard for so much more. And of course, if you need any more information, hit the description box below, but that's going to do it for this one. Again, I'm JD. Hopefully you're doing well out there. And like always, sleep right, sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe.